She didn't want to abandon my mom. It's Alex. Everyone make sure you go follow Alex. And our YouTube, The Trying Times. I'm just watching the stock market now. I feel like this is too much. Is that too much? We'll do this. No more going to do. Did my stock go through? Let's see. I cannot believe. Let me cancel my order. Anyways, Robin Hood, the whole situation today, that was crazy. Dude, it was so crazy. Yeah, I bought Dogecoin, I sold Dogecoin, and then I tried to buy some more Dogecoin earlier, and my order still hasn't gone through. My tattoo artist left me on red, so, I don't know. We still have one more minute until I start reading. Why? How's everyone tonight? Nick, I don't know. I haven't been able to follow the top donor 2 nights in a row because Nick has been the top donor for like 3 nights. Anyways, our first book today is actually from a fan. She wrote this book. She messaged me on Instagram and she was like, hey, sorry, I need chapstick. Dr. Seuss has tongue twisters. Anyways, she messaged me on Instagram and she was like, hey, actually, I'm a children's book author. Could you read my book on your story time? And I was like, oh yeah, of course. I would love to support my fans. Anyways, so we have Zora and the People, written and illustrated by Lydia Milan. I was like, this is sweet. Today, my dad and I are walking down the street to see all the people that we think are unique. Camilla is the finest person we see. She is a flowers and tells us all the best places to get the pretty flower is in the forest. Mr. Smith has a newspaper stand. He has a very special selection. Just my favorite for the comic. Just my favorite comic, The Fairyland. Kevin, the mailman, works through any type of weather, even during the snowy days in December. Miss Garcia has the best food in town. Every time I eat there, my frown turns upside down. Arav is a chef and he likes to cook food, so his customers will be in a good mood. Susie is a crossing guard, and when there is a lot of cars, her job can get quite hard. Alex is a nurse, which means he wants his patients to be their best and not their worst. Maya is a pilot, and before she flies on the plane, she has to check the climate. Now it is time to go on the train before it's too late and it starts to rain. Alex is the G. Today my dad and I went walking down the street, and he saw we had so many people that we thought are unique. The end. That is our book, Zara and the People. Our next book is Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. Everyone wanted this book again, and I was like, okay, we'll read it. Thank you, Maddie, for donating. Congratulations, today's your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head and you have feet in your shoes. You can see yourself in any directions you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know. You are the guy who'll decide where to go. You look up and down streets, look 'em over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any that you want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there, in the wide open air. I'm so sorry. Out there things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along. You'll start happening too. I have so much chapstick. I put on like way too much chapstick. Oh, the places you'll go. I don't know, is Anna in here? She should be in here. She usually is. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll soar the high flyers who soar to high heights. Anna is just absolutely gorgeous. I want everyone to know that. Everyone should go follow Anna right now. She's amazing. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and soon you'll take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you'll top all the rest. It's my Dogecoin stock right now. What are we? Let's check the stock market. Check stock market new book. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. And I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true, that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch and your gang will fly off. You'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and chances are then you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself cannot easily be done. Hello, everyone who joins. You'll come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lightened, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not. I'm afraid you will find for a mind maker to make up his mind. Thank you, Maddie. Secure the back. You can get so confused, you'll start to race down long, wider roads at a neck-breaking pace. Grind on for miles at weirdish, wildest space, headed, I fear, towards the most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, waiting around for a yes or no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, waiting for the wind to fly a kite, waiting around for a Friday night, waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig of curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape. All that waiting and staying, you'll find the bright places where the boom bands are playing. With banner flip-flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky, ready because you're that kind of guy. All the places you'll go, there is fun to be done. There are points to be scored, there are games to be won, and the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winnest winner of all. Fame. You'll be famous as fame can be, with the whole wide world watching you on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. And I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too, games you can't play because they'll win against you. Thank you, Mary. Mary sent me fire. All alone, whether you like it or not. Alone is something you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that'll scare you right out of your pants. There's some down the road between Heather and Jan that scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go through weather be foul. Oh, on you will go through your enemy's prowl. On you will go through the hack and cracks howl. Onward up many a frightening creek. Through your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike. I don't know you'll hike far and face up your problems, whatever they are. My girlfriend isn't here. She's in the chat though. She's always in the chat. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with so many strange birds as you go. She'll be sure when you step with great care and tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. And never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot from your left. And you will succeed. Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So be your name Braxman or Brigsby or Bray or Mordecai Ali Van O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mount is waiting, so get on your way. Okay, that was the end of our second book. Here's my ring. Of course, we have our last book. Can anyone guess what it is? Is this just Muffin? Dang. Okay. Coolio. I love that. Anyways, Goodnight Moon by my great aunt, Miss Margaret Wise Brown. We just made a whole lot of money in the stock market, my dudes. Anyways, let's get into it. In the green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of a cow jumping over the moon. And there were 3 little bears sitting in chairs. Thank you, Morgan. And 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens in a little toy house and a young mouse. Can I read with my eyes? And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush and a quiet old lady who was whispering hush. Good night, room. I don't know if I'm showing the pages or not. Good night, moon. Goodnight Cow Jumping Over the Moon. Of course, the JoJo page. Goodnight Light and the Red Balloon. I don't remember this one. Goodnight Bears. Goodnight Chairs. Goodnight Kittens. Goodnight Mittens. Is this one? Oh, Goodnight Clocks and Goodnight Socks. Maybe more. Get me through all this stuff. Goodnight Little House and Goodnight Little Mouse. I hit myself in the face. Goodnight Comb, Goodnight Brush. Goodnight Nobody. Goodnight Mush. And goodnight to the quiet old lady. Wait, no. Oh yeah, goodnight to the quiet old lady who's whispering hush. Goodnight stars, goodnight air. Goodnight noises everywhere. Boom. Boom. Sick. Oh no. That's not what we want. Why is this not working? Oh. I'm sorry, my thing broke. Okay, perfect. I'm so sorry. Anyways, thank everyone who came in tonight. Let's see. Let's make a deal. Everyone always likes deals, so let's see. Nick is back. There is 600 people in here. If we can get the trying times to 3.3K, I'll do 2 more books. If we can get the trying times to 3.3K on YouTube, I will do 2 more books. Does that sound fair? Is that fair? Can we do that? The trying times. It is at 3.2. I feel like that's fair. What is another book I could do? Let's see. 2.3. Let's see. 2.5. Ooh. It's in my link tree. It's in my bio. JoJo's not here tonight. Harold is over by the window. 2.7. Trying to tell my brother to subscribe, but he won't. That's funny. Okay, I feel like 3.3. Okay, let's go for it. Thank you guys. First we have If You Give a Cat a Cupcake. This is everyone's fan favorite by Miss Laura Numeroff. If you give a cat a cupcake, chances are he'll want sprinkles, and he might spill some on the floor. Oh wait, he'll ask for some sprinkles to go with it. When you give him sprinkles, he might spill some on the floor. Cleaning up will make him hot. You'll give him a bathing suit and take him to the beach. I guess we can say Nick is our top donor tonight. He'll want to go in the water and build sandcastles too. Then he'll look for seashells. He'll find a few other things as well. He'll put them in his pail and try to pick them up, but it'll be too heavy. He'll decide he'll need to work out at the gym. First, he'll warm up on the treadmill. Then, he'll lift a weight or two. He might even try for a karate class. After the gym, he'll want to go to the park, and when you get there, he'll see the rocks and he'll climb as high as he can go. At the top, he'll see the lake, and he'll want you to take him rowing. He'll be the captain, and you'll have to row. Then he'll notice the merry-go-round and want to go for a ride. He'll want to go for a ride too. He'll choose the horses with the purple mane, and he'll get on the whale. The whale will remind him of the science museum, and will ask you to take him there. Wait, first you'll see the dinosaurs. Then you'll visit the Hall of Apes. And when the museum closes, you'll be the last to leave. On the way home, you'll pass by the beach and help him gather all of his things, and he'll want to race you. When you get home, he'll empty the sand from his shoes. He might spill some on the floor. Seeing the sand on the floor reminds him of the sprinkles, and he'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if you give him some sprinkles, he'll want a cupcake to go with them. Okay, remember a second. We're gonna hop on Curious George at the aquarium. I guess we're just gonna assume that Nick is our top donor tonight. I wonder if there'll be a comeback. Anyways, this is George, who's a very little monkey, and always very curious. Today, George and the man with the yellow hat were visiting the aquarium. George, said the man, please wait here while I buy the tickets. George tried to wait, but he was so excited. What was inside? He wanted to look over the walls, but they were too high. Then he heard a splash and a whoosh, and water flew high into the air. People cheered. What could that be? He hopped over the gate into the aquarium. How surprised he was. Swimming right in front of George were two beluga whales. The mother and the baby beluga whale swam right past him, and not far away from his family of sea lions, diving and splashing. What fun! George noticed people walking toward a big door. Could there be more to see? He followed the crowd. Now where was he? It was darker inside and fish were everywhere. George did not know where to look for us. In one tank there were sharp-toothed piranhas, in another tank were seahorses, and in another tank was a large red octopus. George saw a group of children across the room. An aquarium staff member was pointing to different sea creatures. This is a starfish. This is a clam. This is a sea urchin. Nearby was a low, colorful tank. It was perfect for touching. George was curious and he reached his hand into the water. A large crab came scuttling out from under a rock and right towards his fingers. Snap! Ouch! Poor George. He did not like this exhibit. George slipped out the door and into the sunlight. But oh, what was going on here? George saw a fat, funny-looking black and white fish flying under the water. As he watched, they flew out of the water. What kind of fish does that? And where did they go? George wondered. George climbed inside and into their exhibit. Everyone should go follow Alex, the moderator. We passed 420. They were not fish at all, but penguins, of course. George hopped like a penguin, flapped his wings like a penguin, and waddled like a penguin. A crowd gathered and laughed, but when he slid onto his belly like a penguin... The aquarium staff stopped and checked on the exhibit. A monkey? In the penguin exhibit? George opened a door to escape, but instead all the penguins ran out. Penguins everywhere. The staff was angry at George. How could they catch all the penguins? In all the excitement, nobody noticed the penguin chick falling into the water. No one but George. The baby penguin hadn't learned to swim yet, and as only a monkey can, George scalded the rope hanging over the beluga tank, swung over the water, saving the chick. The director of the aquarium and the man in the yellow hat heard the commotion and came running. That monkey helped save the baby penguin, said the boy in the crowd. No one else could have saved him, said a girl. The director thanked George for his help and made him an honorary staff member of the aquarium. George said goodbye to his new penguin friends. He could not wait to come back to the aquarium and visit again. Thank you, everyone who came in tonight. You guys are super awesome. Thank you to everyone who subscribed to the YouTube channel. What are we at now? 3.33. I love you guys. Y'all are super awesome. But anyways, of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Trying Times. Follow me on Instagram, kol.haynes. That'd be super sick. And of course, please follow me on here. Share my content. One more. I mean, if Nick keeps going, we can do one more. I'm not gonna... If You Give a Moose a Muffin by Laura Nimrov. If you give a moose a muffin, chances are he'll want he'll want some jam to go with it. So if you bring out some of your mother's homemade blackberry jam. When he's finished eating the muffin, he'll want another, and another, and another. And when they're all gone, he'll ask you to make more. You'll have to go to the store to get some muffin mix, and he'll want to go with you. When he opens the door and feels how chilly it is, he'll ask to borrow a sweater. And when he puts the sweater on, he'll notice one of the buttons is loose. He'll ask for a needle and thread. He'll start sewing, and the button will remind him of the puppets his grandmother used to make. He'll ask for some old socks and make sock pockets. And when they're done, he'll put on a puppet show, and he'll need some cardboard and paints. He'll ask you to help him make the scenery. And when the scenery is finished, he'll get behind the couch, but his antlers will stick out. And he'll ask you for something to cover him up, and he'll bring him a sheet from your bed. And when he sees the sheet, he'll remember he wants to be a ghost for Halloween. He'll try it on and shout, "Boo!" It'll scare him so much he'll knock over the panes. Kinda looks like my girlfriend. I'm just kidding. And he'll use the sheets to clean up the mess, and he'll ask you for some soap to wash it out. He'll probably want to hang the sheets up to dry. He'll go outside and put it on a clothesline, and when he's out in the yard, he'll see your mother's blackberry bushes. Seeing the blackberries will remind him of her jam. He'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if you give him some jam, he'll want a muffin to go with it. Okay guys, that is the end of our 5th book. Thank you to everyone tuned in. Remember, subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Trying Times. Follow me on Instagram.